I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear God, bless all of our actions and carry them on by thy gracious assistance, so that every prayer and good work of ours may begin from thee and by thee happily ended. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Okay, attendance, roll call.
All right. Brian Hyder.
Present.
Joe Dunstack. Jim Wagner. Here. Keith Luter.
Here.
Tom Snyder.
Here.
Steve Pasco.
Here.
Grace Russell.
Here.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the January 14th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion about that? Good. Okay. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Announcements and communications. Is that you, Jess?
I don't have anything specific.
You don't have anything? Okay. Better late than never. Joe Bonsas is here now.
Present.
Yeah.
Present.
Well, I'd like to thank Dave Williams and Officer Stewart for the hard work and the great job he did with the snowstorm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You need a standing ovation.
Well, yes, she was. Right. Yeah.
That's her job.
Yeah, that's right. She was feeding you all. Yeah. Great. Officer Stewart, how many hours did you work? Did you go home? Not all.
You're still looking for him.
I heard you slept in the police barracks over here. Thank you very much, both of you.
That's over and above, for sure.
Yeah.
It was great to have him. He had all the cars moved for us. He was out the whole storm in the patrol car, and he was letting me know if we had areas that were getting bad.
No, that's great. Yeah.
Like I said, we were in communications all night long between the two of us, so it was really good to have him out there.
Was that by radio?
No, I found him. No, he found me. We crossed paths every once in a while. That wasn't that big.
I can follow that across the clouds.
One question for you: did you get stuffed by any chance? That's good to know.
We only had one car stuck through the snowstorm.
Oh, one car?
After the snowstorm.
Well, thank you, Bert.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, committee reports. Mr. Mayor.
Nothing. It is present.
Okay.
Thank you.
Finance.
No report.
Police report?
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped you.
Is that because I got the car?
Yeah, it's because you're getting punished.
Yeah. Go to the roof.
Go ahead, Chief.
January 2026 monthly activity report. Total calls for service were 170. We had 72 building and business checks, 7 school checks, 1 alarm, 3 animal complaints, 2 civil incidents, 2 domestics. We had 2 harassment calls. We had 5 information requests. We had 2 ordinance violations. We had 6 suspicious activity, 1 theft, 3 traffic complaints, 1 trespass, 1 weapons violation. Under community policing initiatives, we had 11 assist medical, which is assist EMS, 2 assist police, 2 assistance requests, 1 family and children call, 8 mutual aids, 1 public service, 4 welfare checks, Under our other duties, we had 43 field contacts, 2 911 hang-ups, 31 follow-up calls to service, 4 lost and found, 2 mental health calls, 6 PFA violations, 4 police notifications, 1 validation. Calls covered by PSP for the month were 10. We had 5 incident offenses, 5 incidents cleared by arrests, and they were 5 adult arrests. Patrol hours were 490.8. We had 44.2 overtime hours. 30 hours were for holidays worked. 12 hours were for the snowstorm, and 2 hours for a late call, which was an accident. We had 23 hours of vacation and PTO use. There was 15 traffic stops, resulting in 4 citations and 11 traffic warnings, 4 parking complaints, 3 parking citations, and 1 parking warning. We had 5 traffic accidents. The locations were Main Street and North 4th Street, which was a reportable, 600 block of Main Street, which was a reportable, South Street near South 4th Street, which was also a reportable, 1 covered for PSP on Hanover Road and Low Dutch Road, and 200 block of Fairview Avenue, which was a non-reportable. Vehicle monthly use was 881.7 miles with 165.2 gallons used.
Question that you took a PSP call up.
Actually, Corporal Carey did. He was on his way back from court and saw the accident.
Oh, I see.
And PSP was in the middle of something else, so
Man,
he did.
it's okay to
he assisted.
cover a state trooper every once in a while.
What's some of the benefits? I don't think you are still.
Mutually.
I think you explained before, what, reportable?
Yes. A reportable accident is when a vehicle can't move under its own power, say like I have one over here, the one on South 4th and Main Street. The vehicle was struck and the rear wheel was twisted. Can't move under its own power, it's got to be towed. So that has to be reported to PennDOT whenever a vehicle can't be moved.
Or if there's injury.
Or if there's injury.
Thank you for that.
Thanks a lot.
All right, street, back to the committee report, streets and highways.
I don't have a report on that. I think you gave a good report there. What happened
He
here.
took your thunder, didn't
That's right. That's all right. No, that's okay. You said what I was going to say.
All right, sanitation,
Nothing to report.
sewer.
he? It's still going downhill.
Good job. That's right. Planning and zoning.
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay.
I guess it's too cold out.
And building and grounds.
Nothing reportable this time.
Okay. And recreation.
I have, and we have an upcoming renewal of the contract for the Fairview Avenue Park, which I want to bring everybody up to speed on what I've found out about this park since taking over for parks. That we actually have no McSherrystown teams using the ball fields anymore because a few years ago they did away with the baseball program here in McSherrystown. So we have no teams using the field there. The football team takes the name of the McSherrystown Lions, but has nothing to do with the borough. We have no interest at all in it. They receive money for their players and cheerleaders, and we receive not a penny from them. So we're paying to maintain that field, and we're using it for no recreational purpose for the borough. And besides that, the park lies outside of the borough. It is in Conowalga Township. We had 4 vandalisms to the buildings back there this past year, which our police department cannot investigate in any way because it is in Conowalga Township. So our police cannot even maintain the park that we maintain.
The safety of it.
For safety of it and, to keep us financially in better position. The only thing, St. Teresa School does use the park for gym class throughout the year. The total cost of maintenance, we had Jess and Dave come up with the numbers for me here. It totals about $23,000 a year we're dumping into maintaining that park, just with the mowing, the porta potties, and all the hours that go in with putting the contracts together, repairs on the dugouts and the vandalism and all that. So we're dumping. That is just for maintaining. Two of the basketball courts are in bad shape. They need to be resurfaced. And our contracts used to be 20 years with the church for the fields. The last few contracts, it went down to 5-year contracts. It's going to be a lot of money to redo them basketball courts with no one from town using that park. You know, if we renew the contract, which is due in June, the end of June, I think we should go back to a longer contract if we're going to dump any money into it so we can get our money's worth back out of it. But like I say, the town uses it for nothing at all as far as town-sponsored activities. So I just want to bring everybody up to line on what's to look at there, because we are going to have to vote on that probably next month, because we need to vote at least 60 days prior to the renewal or rejection of the contract. So, you know, if anyone in the public has any comments on this, we would please ask you to come to the next meeting and voice your opinion before we make a decision on what we're going to do with these parks. Not that we don't want it to be a rec park, but why should we assume all the responsibility financially for maintaining something that we're not even really using? It's not in our borough. And if we would decide not to, that's money we could dump into our own park back by the senior center. You know, it's money we could put in there. Better spent, in my opinion. But that's for us to decide next month.
And that land is for the church, for the cemetery. So they're going to keep working their way across that area over time. So that's what it's reserved for.
I mean, you know, it's up to whether we want to continue to dump that kind of money in with getting nothing in return from it at all, really.
So we actually have two parks in the borough. One up there on Main Street, right? 3.
Yeah, by the church. The dog park as well.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the dog park.
Dog park, South.
Yes.
4? Yeah.
Yeah, we got the one for the moose, one over the senior center, the dog park, and Fairview, 5, really, because we have the Main Street little park.
Yeah,
but we don't own the park at the Moose.
No.
That's right.
That's a similar situation.
That's another issue.
Yeah, I was more concerned about this one because we have a contract renewal coming up. Thought we would take one bite at a time, swing at one park at a time and try to take care of it. Yes, we have 3 that we own and maintain, and we have 2 that we do not own and maintain. You know, we're absorbing the cost for other owners, you know.
And there's very few people I see use the park compared to 30 years ago. You know, that place was, you know, summertime. All 3 basketball courts are being used. We always had baseball teams in there.
On all the fields at all times.
Yes.
But like I said, we don't want to see it not be a park, but I just can't see us maintaining all the
being financially responsible.
Yeah, and it's nothing to say that the park will go away.
That's right.
Someone else could, you know,
take it over.
Conowalga Township, that's where the land is.
It falls in Conowalga Township, yes.
Yeah, something to keep in
mind. Another sponsor.
Is the land owned by the church?
Yes.
Land is owned by the Diocese of Harrisburg.
One other question. We are obligated to have a certain amount of play area, parks, for our town. Any idea how much that's supposed? You know, is it strategically placed, or do we have like so many acres that we have to have for our population?
Well, because it's not actually in McSherrystown, I'm not sure if it counts.
It would even count.
But I can look into it.
That's true.
That would be the only reason I would say that we have to keep that park. I would be, you know.
Now the dog park is huge back there, but we could do a lot with that area that we just.
It's just we just got to be careful what we put back there, because that's a floodplain where the dog park is, but that's why it was just wooden fence post and that wire, because it was a snap to fix when it got busted up a couple years ago.
The nice part, it's very level back there. So like if you ever want to put maybe a basketball court or a little soccer or something.
In the center of the walking track.
Yeah, exactly. There's room there.
Yeah. And there is one pavilion.
Yeah.
And, you know, could
It's
even,
a nice area.
It really is.
could even put some more of that up.
Right.
Little pickleball.
Yeah, I definitely think pickleball would be.
I
And
like
you
to
know
see
what?
the tennis courts turned into pickleball courts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I used to play tennis back there, but
Yeah.
now it's,
How far is that
That
gone?
vandalism.
How far gone is that?
yeah.
It's gone. Yeah, that was in such bad shape that Dave and Howard helped out.
I would say if we were going to dump money into putting in a pickleball court, I would say put it on our park back here or one of the parks we own rather than putting it in somebody else's property, us absorbing the cost to put it in for someone else.
Yeah, and then they break the lease and then
Then it's theirs.
and then
We have plenty of room back at the senior center to put in pickleball courts if we would ever decide to do that.
And then there's a fair amount of parking that people can park and not have to walk a long distance.
That's another problem we have back there, that in football, when they have the football, we had to roof off areas for them to park in the field because there is no street parking because there's no parking on the one side. And that little parking lot we had down at the one end doesn't accommodate an eighth of what we need, you know?
Yeah, it just sounds more like, you know, give it up.
You look at the cost over 10 years, it's easy math, $23,000 a year. That's probably $250,000 in 10 years when you add it up.
That's without any upgrades.
That's a lot of money.
Just maintaining it.
Yeah. And on closing on that, I would just like, if the public has any input, please come to the meeting or send us an email. I mean, that's the two ways to contact us if you want your opinion put out there. And we value the opinions of the public very much.
Or even just come into the office.
Yeah.
Chat with the ladies.
Thank you for that, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, public comment period.
Question quick. Are we missing the personnel committee?
It's not on there because we really can't discuss certain things.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I have that. It's not on here.
That's what you had. Might be important, you know. All right, public comment. All right. Now, with new business. So, we just met with the police department quite a bit to totally revamp the contract.
For 2026 to what, 2029? Is that?
What's the 3-year?
It's 3 years.
Three-year contract. We spent quite a bit of time basically starting from scratch with the contract. Basically, the contract, we came to an agreement, the personnel committee with the police and the collective bargaining unit, and we're ready to basically approve it tonight with council's approval. We had quite a bit in court costs in order to get through all the paperwork and everything. Looks like $23,938 in legal costs just for the contract. Now the contract goes from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028, a total of 3 years. Any questions? Okay. Well, we need a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement.
I'll make that motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement with the police.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Next is a resolution for the 2026 code for pension plan?
2026-04 is the resolution.
Dash 04, okay, pension contributions. Part of that agreement, reflective bargaining agreement with the police department, the borough will contribute 1% towards the pension fund.
The police will.
Yeah. Oh, the police will.
Yeah,
I got that backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So we need there's a resolution for that, and we need to approve that. So do I have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion to approve that resolution 2026-04.
And you second.
Second.
All right. Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Two questions on this.
Sure. Yep. Next is expenditures. Go ahead, Rob. Or Joe.
Just real quick question. Raybold Services and James Graham.
Raybold is for you guys to get your,
That's for our calibrations on our stopwatches and speed device.
and that's done every 2 months. I think it's every 2 months, every 60 days. Yeah.
Okay.
So we pay that all the time, every 60 days. That's a general expense for the police department.
Yeah, I just solved it.
And the check reimbursement to James Graham is because he is he works with PMCA, and he filed for a property here in town, he had to file a hearing fee, and so he gave me a receipt, and we reimbursed him for the receipt.
Gotcha. That name sounded familiar. I just didn't associate it to
He does the
PMCA.
code and zoning.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Motion to approve expenditures. Second. Tom seconds. All right. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, so we need a motion to adjourn.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Just got here.
You got here on time.
I'll make a motion for
All right. And a second. Need a second. Yeah, thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Second.